How are you today? I hope all of you are well. Are you ready for our new lesson today? Okay, do you know the topic? Okay, let's see. Today's lesson is about past perfect. Okay, at the end of the lesson, you will be able to explain the order of events on a timeline and use past perfect tense and past simple tense to combine two sentences or two events. Okay, before we move to the new lesson, let's play a game. It's called Golf Club. Last time you learned about the time expressions in present perfect tense, right? Do you remember that? Okay, so in this game, there are 7 sentences with 7 missing words. Your turn is to find out the missing words by choosing the time expression. With each correct answer, you will have 1 point, and the man here will kick the ball into the hole. Okay, are you ready? Let's start. Number 1. The train has left. So we have to choose between yet and already. So which one do you choose? Okay, let's try already.
Oh yeah!
Yes, that's the correct answer. The train has already left. Next one. Have the children had a shower? This is a question. Remember that? We have yet or already. Let's try yet.
Oh yeah!
That's the correct answer, yet. Have the children had a shower yet? Remember, yet is used in questions and negative sentences. Next one. We have known each other a long time, so we use with for or since. Last time you learned about for and since, right? So, for is used for a period of time and since is used for a point of time. So, look at here. What do you see? Let's try for.
Oh yeah!
For is the correct answer. Remember, a long time is a period of time, so we need to use for, not since. Next one. I have lived in California. I was born. With for or since. Let's try for again. Oh, it's not the correct answer. The answer must be since.
Oh yeah!
So we have I have lived in California since I was born. I was born here is a point of time in the past, so we have to use since. Next one. Have you been to Istanbul? We use with ever or never. Ever is at any time and never is not at any time. So which one do you choose? Let's try never. Oh, it's not the correct answer. The answer must be ever.
Oh yeah!
Have you ever been to Istanbul? This is a question to ask about someone's experience. Next one. I don't know the character you are talking about because I have seen that movie. So in this sentence, which one do you choose? Ever or never? Okay, let's choose never.
Oh yeah!
That's the correct answer. So we have I have never seen that movie. Let's move to the last sentence. I have got off the phone with Amanda. So we use with just or yet. Let's try just.
Oh yeah!
Yes, that's the correct answer. I have just got off the phone with Amanda. The action have just got off the phone is has just finished before the moment of speaking, right? Okay, you learned about present perfect tense. So remember the structures, usages of present perfect tense, as well as the time expressions. Already, yet, ever, never, since, for, and just. I hope all of you will remember the structures and usages of present perfect tense and apply it into doing exercises. This time, we also learn about a perfect tense, but it's not present perfect tense anymore. This is past perfect. So how do we use past perfect, and how about its structures? We will see now. Past perfect is used to talk about an action which happened before another action in the past. For example, Mom had baked a cake before the party started. So look at the timeline here. We see the word now. Now is in the present, right? So all of the actions before now are in the past. So we have two actions here. Mom baked a cake and the party started. Look at the timeline here. You can easily recognize that Mom baked a cake happened before the party started, right? So in this sentence, they use past perfect to emphasize the action happened before another action in the past. Next one. We also use past perfect to talk about an action which happened before a stated time in the past. For example, Cherry had watered her plants by 5 o'clock. So look at the timeline here. You will see 5 o'clock here. 5 o'clock is a stated time in the past, and they use past perfect to emphasize the action happened before 5 o'clock. So they use had watered. Okay, you have seen some examples of past perfect. So can you tell me the structures of past perfect tense? Look at this. For affirmative sentences, we have subject plus had plus verb in past participle. For example, Lenny had done his homework by 7 o'clock. Look at the negative form. We have subject plus had plus not plus verb in past participle. For example, he had not practiced the song before he sang it in the program. So look at here. The action had not practiced happened before the action sang. Look at the interrogative form. We have had plus subject plus verb in past participle and question mark. For answers, if yes, we have yes plus subject plus had. No, subject plus had not or hadn't. For example, had she come to the program before he came? So the answer is yes, she had. In past perfect, there are some common time expressions that help us to recognize when do we use past perfect tense or when do we use past simple. So they are after, before, when, by, as soon as, and by the time. Look at how do we use them. We use after and as soon as before using the past perfect tense. For example, I arrived after the teacher had gone. The word after here. We use past simple before, after, and use past perfect after the word after here. We use before, when, and by the time before the past simple, and use by before the specific time in the past. For example, before I knew it, she had run out the door, or by the time he phoned her, she had found someone new. So in the two sentences here, we see before and by the time. After, before, and by the time, we use past simple. And the clause after it, we use past perfect. For by, we have by 4:30, she had left the school. So after by here, we have 4:30. This is a specific time in the past. So After by 4:30, we use past perfect. So remember, in a complex sentence, we use past perfect for action that happened first in the past and past simple for action that happened after the first one. For example, my mother had prepared dinner before my father came home last night. So the first action here is had prepared dinner, and the second action here is came home last night. Remember that? For more understanding, let's practice. Practice number 1. In this exercise, you need to decide which action in the past took place first and which one took place second. And together with the word given here, or time expression here, we need to combine two sentences here into one complex sentence. So let's choose which one is the first and which one is the second first. Okay, I felt better and I took an aspirin. So which one comes first and which one comes second? Let's try. I took an aspirin first and I felt better second. Okay, we all know that when we take an aspirin, we will feel better. So let's combine the two sentences here with the word after. We will have, after I had taken an aspirin, I felt better, or I felt better after I had taken an aspirin. That's okay. The next one. We turned off the lights. We locked the door. We use with the word before. So which of the two actions here comes first? Okay, in reality, we can have the action turn off the lights first and locked the door later, or vice versa. In this situation, I choose to turn up the lights first and locked the door second. Let's check. Before we locked the door, we had turned off the lights. Okay, next one. It stopped raining and we took our dog for a walk. So we know that when it stopped raining, we can take our dog for a walk, right? So it stopped raining must be the first. And we took our dog for a walk is the second. Combine two sentences here with the word as soon as. We will have, as soon as it had stopped raining, we took our dog for a walk. Next one, we reached the railway station and the train left with the word by the time. So in this case, which one comes first and which one comes second? Let's see this one. No, we reached the railway station comes second. So the action, the train left, is first. Combine two sentences here with the word by the time. We will have, by the time we reached the railway station, the train had left. Look at the last one. I washed the floor and the painter had gone. So which one comes first? Okay, look at this sentence. The painter had gone. So can you notice? Had gone. They use the verb here in past perfect. So it means that this action happened before the action washed the floor. So it must be the first. And I washed the floor comes second. Let's combine two sentences here with the word when. We will have, when I washed the floor, the painter had gone. For more practice, let's move to practice 2. Fill in the blanks with the correct forms of the verbs in the brackets. We use past perfect or past simple. Look at number 1 and number 2. You will have 30 seconds to do this. Okay, let's see number 3, number 4, number 5. You will have 40 seconds to do this. Okay, let's check together. Number 1. So in this sentence, there are two actions. Very tired and studied too much. So we know that when we study too much, we will feel tired. So the action study too much, it comes first. And the action be very tired comes second, right? So we have to use past perfect with to study and past simple with to be. Let's check. I was very tired because I had studied too much. Number 2, you can see the word before, right? So you have learned that before the word before, we have to use past perfect. And after before, we use past simple, right? So we have Jill had phoned Dad at work before she left for her trip. Look at number 3. You also see the word before, so we have they had ridden their bikes before they met their friends. So the action had ridden their bikes happened before the action met their friends. Number 4, you will see the word when. So after when, we use past simple, and before when, we use past perfect. So the answers here are arrived and had already started. When she arrived, the match had already started. Look at the last one. You will see the word after, right? So after is used before past perfect. So the word here must be had made. And then we have phoned. After Eric had made breakfast, he phoned his friend. So the action made breakfast comes first, and phoned his friend comes later. Okay, that's all for practicing. In this lesson, you have learned about the usages, the forms of the past perfect, and time expressions used to combine two sentences into one complex sentence. I hope you all understand the lesson today, and for more information you can access on these websites. Okay, thank you and see you in the next lesson.